Jean Silva is one of the UFC's most emotional fighters. After his wins, he doesn't just celebrate, he breaks down crying. To many fans, it's become part of who he is, but behind those tears is a backstory darker than most could ever imagine. This is the tragic story of Jean Silva, and why he cries. Jean Silva was born into hardship. His mom was a boxer who gave up her dream to raise him and his siblings. They lived under a tarp in the woods, drinking juice straight from oranges to survive. At times, Silva's mother was in prison, leaving Jean with his grandmother until she got back out. And the trauma didn't stop there. Jean recalls seeing his mom raped by 3 men, and then watching her kill them before being arrested.
Pensa comigo. Eu sou filho de uma mulher que usou muita droga na vida. Sou filho de uma mulher que foi abusada, estuprada por 3 caras. Sou filho de uma mulher que matou 3 caras. Eu sou filho de uma mulher que foi preso.
He also lost his brother at just 14 years old, a death that pushed Jean into a spiral of anger and violence.
Quando meu irmão faleceu, eu lembro que foi questão de minutos mesmo. Eu vi o primeiro disparo. Aí eu vi o segundo. Aí eu vi o terceiro. Aí o quarto. Aí o quinto. Eu lembro que eu fiquei do lado dele assim, apertando a mão bem forte, sabe? Tipo, o que ele tinha ali. Foi quando meu irmão faleceu. Ali teve o nascimento desse... Sei lá, mano, dessa entidade, desse espírito. O ódio chegou na minha vida quando meu irmão faleceu. E ele me protege, tá ligado? Ele me protege de muitas coisas.
These weren't just childhood struggles. They shaped who Silva became, a man who fought life before he ever fought in a cage. Fans know Silva for barking in the cage, a trademark that seems wild and intimidating. But the truth is, it started as a nervous tic when he was a child. Jean said it was tied to his late brother, who once gave him a dog, the first moment Jean remembers feeling love in the middle of all the chaos. Barking became his way to express emotions when he couldn't put them into words. It stuck with him all the way into the UFC, where it's now part of his identity. So when you see Silva barking, it's not just a taunt, it's a connection to his past, his brother, and everything he's endured. Before turning pro, Silva nearly gave up completely. He once admitted he planned to take his own life, but he was saved when a friend, now fellow UFC fighter Mauricio Huffy, invited him over to play video games and eat. That small act gave Jean a reason to keep going. It reminded him that happiness was still possible, even in small moments. Without that, he might have never made it to the UFC at all. Silva found fighting almost by accident, brawling on the streets, taking a Muay Thai fight after just a couple weeks of training. From the moment he landed his first knockout punch, he was hooked. But for Jean, fighting was never just about sport, it was survival. It was his way of taking control of the chaos that life had forced on him.
Today, training under the Fighting Nerds,
he says he finally feels understood, finally part of a family. After years of pain, he's found a place where his aggression, his barking, his emotions all make sense. So why does Jean Silva cry after every fight? Because each win is more than just a win. It's proof that he survived. He survived losing his brother, he survived seeing his mom jailed, he survived bullying, poverty, depression, and thoughts of ending it all. Every time his hand is raised in the UFC, Jean isn't just beating his opponent, he's beating the past that tried to break him, and that's why the tears always come. Jean Silva's story is one of tragedy, but also resilience. From childhood trauma to the biggest stage in MMA, he's turned his pain into power. So next time you see him crying in the cage, remember, those aren't just tears, they're proof that Jean Silva has already won the toughest fight of his life.